So I think the question on everyone's mind is, why this challenge? Why running marathons in the desert?
I've ran marathons in the desert before. So I did the Marathon des Sables in October 2021, and although it was a really painful and grueling experience, it was I had a great sense of accomplishment, and we were able to raise some great funds for the Michael Matthews Foundation. But I also I took a lot away from the experience. I came back feeling a bit changed. I just stuff happens, you know, in the desert. And I thought, why don't we design and create something that's never been done before, and build something special and something new. And of all the ultras that I've done, I probably felt the most at home in the desert with the heat. I like it. I like the heat. I like the sand. 30 and 30 had a nice ring to it. The Marathon des Sables is 6 in 5, so it's 6 marathons, 5 days. So this is roughly 5 times the length of that, and that race is known as the toughest foot race on Earth. So I'm assuming that this is now the toughest foot race on Earth.
You hope it is.
Yeah, it's certainly tougher than that. It's worth mentioning as well, so we won't have any showers, toilets, beds, anything for the entire thing, because obviously we're as I said, we're nowhere near a town. We're literally moving through the desert, so sleeping under the stars. I would love to get T and Gigi and potentially Vogue for the last few nights in the desert. I'm not sure that will be possible, but we're going to try, because actually it's amazing. I just got back from a recce of Jordan, and we did a long run during the day, and slept. We camped twice. It's boiling at night, by the way. It's 28 degrees, 30 degrees at night. So you're in your boxers, just lying out with no tent. We'll have a tent for the thing, but we slept with no tent. Stars, canyons, it's cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Sounds beautiful.
It sounds beautiful.
Until you run.
My coach keeps saying, will you stop making it sound like a holiday? Because it's not a holiday. I'm like, well, I know, but I'd like to make it feel a little bit like a holiday. That would be helpful. I think I'm really interested in pushing myself physically and mentally. I come from an alcoholic background, where I've spent a considerable amount of time feeling quite ashamed of my behaviour and myself. Taking the dogs for a walk felt like a real chore, something I didn't want to do, right? And I think I've come quite a long way from there, and I'm keen to explore just how far I can go.
And when you've finished the race, everything's done, what's the first thing you're going to eat? What's the big meal?
I love pizzas. I love burgers. Pizza's hard to beat, isn't it? A good pizza. God, it's so good, isn't it?
What you putting on
You
the
should
pizza?
eat loads of pizzas. Yeah.
What's the pizza topping that we're going for? We're going to be really controversial and say pineapple or something. No?
I love pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza.
I do love pineapple on pizza. Yeah, I don't really care who has an issue with that. You know, if you're actually not a pineapple lover on pizza, I think there's a good chance that we might not be mates. You know, I think pineapple on pizza is a delight, and should be enjoyed by all.
Amazing. We're going to get you cancelled for that one now.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been brilliant.
Thanks, my love.
When people started commenting on your body, you did hit back. Were you expecting people to notice or care that much?
It's a good question. It wasn't so much in my defence. It was more that I was surprised that people are so willingly open to be quite rude about people's appearance. I think, it's more the fact that it all came from women that I found odd, because I think women are, I think were I to comment on women's appearance online, I'd get an earful, or worse. It would be very badly received were I to comment on anybody's weight online, I think, as a man. So I was just a little bit surprised, because it was, and also I wouldn't care if it was 2 or 3, right? It was kind of like I was getting, 10, 15 messages per day from women saying you look ill, you look like so too skinny, and I was like, I'm preparing for a world record attempt where I need to be slimmer. Would you leave me alone? Type of thing. So it's kind of, I don't know. I found it odd. And by the way, the strangest thing. So when I wrote that kind of short essay or whatever you want to call it and posted it, never again, not a single comment. So it's kind of weird. It was well received, I think, and I think people understood what I meant. It was more, as a father as well. And having a daughter in particular, I know that, you know, when she grows up, if you know, people are being rude about her or her weight or something online, it's going to have a really detrimental impact on her. She's going to struggle with it, as any young person might. So I wasn't reading these comments and going like, oh, like, you know, this is offensive to me. I was just surprised. And it just gave me a bit of a overview of kind of how toxic that might feel to young women in particular, maybe, you know, and I thought I'd like to say something about it, is all.
Did you find that in yourself you changed your kind of perception of posting online and being open about, you know, your training and stuff? Did you want to kind of step back?
No, I think, you know, it was the first time that, like, my inbox was full of toxicity. I haven't experienced online hatred probably since Made in Chelsea, right? So, which was, what, 12 years ago? So for me, it was kind of an interesting thing to open my DMs from time to time and just have all this negative stuff about my appearance. And I was just like, this would be a shame if this was happening to lots of other people. So I thought I'd, you know, which it of course is. So I thought I'd mention it.